question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand rising, people. It's another edition of the Morning Max Show. And yes, this is Monday Madness. Woo! Before I get into the show today, I want to thank Shades of Blue, Miss Misha Merritt, Shades of Blue, for being a sponsor of this show. I really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it here at the Morning Max Show, because she makes things a little more possible by giving her contribution each month. And I urge all of you out there who want to give a donation, want to give a contribution, want to support the show, or just want to give a love offering to the show, it is well welcome and appreciated, because we need it to keep things going on here on the Morning Max Show. Woo! And we need to get some sponsorship and some good endorsement. Shades of Blue by AM Morning. Where's my CMOS? I'm Molly Moss CMOS. Here we go. These two things together just might save your life. A good book to get your mind off of things, to get you going somewhere else, get you in a good headspace, and some good CMOS to get your body going. Get your body in a good space of euphoric and boost your immune system. I'm trying to tell you people that, baby. Mr. Edible Bongs is with me in the house. Good morning, Kiani. Thank you for joining us this Monday Madness. Kiani.
Good morning, Reese. Good morning. How are you doing?
I am great, but I want you to tell the world how your weekend was, and I want you to also tell them about Edible Bongs, because I know we say that a lot, but let's go into a little bit this morning about Mr. Edible Bongs.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Well, how did you come up with the name? Well, how was your weekend first?
The weekend was good. I was living like the vice president husband. So it was really nice. It was really It was really nice.
Okay, and I want to thank you again for holding it down with Molly and the rest of the gang on Friday, and in lieu of my absence.
Oh yeah, Friday. Nobody sent me the link on Friday. I was waiting to get in and stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Molly. I mean, it was a rough day Friday, baby. Let me tell you.
Why? What happened?
I'm gonna tell you that as soon as you tell me about Edible Bongs.
Okay. Yeah, Edible Bongs. I came with well, growing up in Oklahoma, it was all about, growing It was all about just, trying to find, the organic life. It was just, that's what we do in Oklahoma. We grow everything. So, so I had a friend named Larry and a friend named Ray, and both of them, Larry is from Denver, and Ray is from Oklahoma. And I experienced the grow life and having different trees. We call it flowers, trees. Um, and I started, like I said, I started in Oklahoma. Age, I guess I was about 13. Learn how to grow with Native Americans and stuff like that. And my friend Larry passed away first from a car accident, and then Ray from Graves' disease.
Oh.
And yeah, and it was like God came to me in a dream, and my friends was there. It was like edible bongs, and I was like, okay. So I woke up and I told my girlfriend at the time. It was around probably 2000 and maybe 13 by then, and I was like edible bongs, and she was laughing at me. She was like, edible bongs, like, what are you talking about? I was like, edible bongs, and I was like, a bong that you can eat and smoke out of. And she was like, no, that don't sound right. And she was like, I don't like the name. I was like, no. I said, my friends say edible bongs. And I said, universe, and I said, universe, which is God, said the same thing. And I moved back from Oklahoma in 2004, November 23rd. Is when I started in Virginia again. I started because I'm from Virginia. I was born in Virginia. I left in '96.
Okay.
So
when you say Virginia, what part of Virginia? Like Fairfax, Alexandria? I mean,
it was Ashburn. It was Ashburn. It was Ashburn. 'Cause it was no buildings there. It was straight, just roads.
Country. Okay.
It was country, yes. And it took off. And then I started in Oklahoma City, and then I moved from Oklahoma. I moved from Oklahoma City, back from Oklahoma City to Ashburn, Virginia, to Leesburg, Virginia. After Leesburg, I went to Fairfax. And then Fairfax, that's when it took off, really took off, and then after that, I went to, after Fairfax, I went to Columbia, Maryland. So I was hanging towards Baltimore side. Then after that, I moved to DC. Then I moved, on this side of Maryland. So it was the grace of God that I got experienced different levels of Virginia and Oklahoma and Maryland and DC all at the same time. And then being in Southeast and DC, was great because the pop-up just started, where everybody was involved, all the vendors. So it was really great to be part of that, at the time when it was coming up, being in DC. So it was just really great experience. So right now we focus on edible bongs where it's functional, where you can smoke out of and eat it, which, we're trying to figure out the packaging part of it, because it keep melting. So we working on that now.
So maybe it'll be something that you serve like during the winter months, or if it keeps melting, or you trying to figure out a way to keep it froze.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to see. Like, should I do a gummy? Should I make it like bubble gum? Should I make it like hard candy? Should I do like a pretzel or like something different besides just chocolate, so you can eat it, and you can smoke it and then eat it. So I'm trying to figure out what
the bubble gum that used to come in our bubble gum card when we get cars, when we had our trading cards, and there was that hard piece of bubble gum. You remember that gum?
I remember that.
And the tops, baseball cards, and that one little piece of gum. And then don't forget bazooka bubble gum. How that stuff was hard. You could make
it was hard. It sure was. Take about 5 minutes. Go ahead and get it soft. So once it's soft, it don't taste good no more. You ready to spit it out, get another piece.
So when you say you're building your edible bongs, bazooka gum, that is a thought, because they like to chew gum afterwards.
Yeah.
Good morning, JoJo baby.
Morning,
Good
good morning.
morning. Good
Kiani
morning,
was
JoJo.
catching us
What's
up
up?
on his
What's up?
weekend in edible bongs. That is really ingenious. Oh, what about making it out of like a cookie or something? You know, people like cookies.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I mean, I've been thinking about all the scenarios, but I kind of need some help. I need somebody who can kind of cook, kind of shape and mold it, and figure out how it should be. So I've been kind of looking for people, for bakers, and I've
What
been
you
I've been
talking
reaching
about?
out. Making the edible bongs functional, where it's an actual bong where you can smoke at it first, and then chop it up or break it up and to eat it. Should it be chocolate? Should it be Rice Krispie treat? Like, how can we make it hard, like a gingerbread house, where it's a bong, and you can actually smoke out of it. And the bowl can be not edible. The bowl can be on the side of the package. The stem in the bowl, you actually can slide it in. Put the
Yeah,
tree
yeah, yeah.
inside
The
and light it up.
reusable bowls
There you
and
go.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, I wouldn't be speaking it out there too much with this type stuff because without the get going, you gotta have it going in capital. What I'm saying, people are so greedy these days. They take an idea and they run with it because they got the capital to do these things really quick.
Well, if they want the capital, he's already in production. If they want to get sued,
Baby.
his idea. But also, if they want to invest, contact Kiani. He is a very spruce businessman, and hey, it's an empire. We'll be waiting for you to get your benefactors in order, and somebody want to invest some serious capital because this is an ingenious idea, especially with it going global, being able to legalize weed all over the world. That is that is something that somebody could think about. You know, contact Kiani. Tell the people how to contact you if they serious and want to become investors.
Okay. The email is ediblebongs at gmail. Ediblebongs at gmail. My phone number is 240-639-3281. We can send the contracts and sign the NDA so we can figure out how we gonna do this.
Yeah, that's definitely. And Kiani, you know I'm on your team. So when you get it up going, I would love to be on your marketing team. You know, I love doing that kind of stuff. Um,
Okay.
and back marketing and writing your jingles and all of that. So keep me in mind when you do that. You know,
Yep. And
definitely.
make sure you make a non-dairy product as well.
Oh, for
Okay.
You have to have them in both.
Okay.
and Mr. JoJo baby, don't nobody know this, but JoJo know. I was telling him, okay, when I went to the doctor in March, had gained a lot of weight back, right? We didn't know
Mhm.
if it was coming from the steroids, the prednisone. So JoJo been talking to me, and this has been since March, and it was Friday was July. Let me tell you, I had a hell of a day Friday. That's why I could not make it to the show. I had an accident in the doctor's office. Um, I could not make it to the show, and now I'll be going to physical therapy behind it. But I'm okay. I'm here. My back just hurt a little bit. I had a little tumble, right? But this is what I want to thank JoJo and Kiani, because Kiani be getting on me too about eating. Molly is a vegan. Kiani, see, don't nobody know I was doing it secretly, eating vegetables, more vegetables, and cutting out a lot of meat and stuff. I was doing it secretly because I didn't want nobody say, "Oh, you supposed to be doing this. You supposed to be doing." It. To me, diet don't work when you got an overseer over you, or when people looking and trying to, trying to force it on you. Like what you eat today, da this, da that. So I took. And y'all don't know why I kept buying a watermelon a few, maybe 6 weeks ago. I kept eating a watermelon. It was because I listened to what JoJo said and I found out the nutritional value of watermelon. I even did a show about it on Wellness Wednesday. I don't know if y'all remember, but anyway, I was cultivating more plants and fruits and vegetables in my diet and pushing away processed food and meats and stuff like that to try to get in and get out, and the dairy, to get in and to get out. I'm still working with the dairy because I might slip up every now and then, not even consciously recognize it, but so anyway, I'm down 20 pounds from March.
Wow.
20 pounds from March. Now,
Good job.
Although it's not going where I wanted to go, because like it looks like my tits and guts not going nowhere. Not only am I down and I be eating sea moss and doing sea moss products, I got to get up with Molly to get some more sea moss juice. And I found these little sea moss pills, but they're kind of expensive. So I'm like, I can't afford sea moss all the time. But my blood pressure, I'm gonna give it to the vegetables. My blood pressure has been the best it's been in a long time. It was like 137 over 78, and that's good for me. And I was usually in the 160s and over 90s and 80s, stuff like that. My doctor was like, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. He's like, keep taking the medicine, keep taking the medicine. It's not the medicine. The more fruits and vegetables I eat, the more I get away from the medicine. He was like,
the less medicine you're going to need. Yep. Good job. I said, the less medicine you're going to need. Yes, no doubt.
And he's like, you're taking your Losartan, you taking this. He had me on like 3 different high blood medications. I was on amlodipine. He had me on Losartan, and he also had me on hydralazine. Like, what do I need that for? And he had me on metoprolol, and that's for your heart, supposed to be for your heart. I'm on all of this crazy stuff and a diuretic. It's called furosemide. I'm taking a fluid pill. I mean, when I say I got a gang of medicine, and I'm trying to figure out, do I really need this?
No, you don't need it. Okay, it's a movie called The Flower Moon. It's with Leonardo DiCaprio. It talks about Oklahoma. And it's the last movie he just made. And in this movie, they show them killing all the Native Americans. Now, the secret how they was doing it was diabetes and high blood pressure. It's in the movie. And in the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio kept telling his wife, take the medicine. You have diabetes. And so Robert De Niro was the sheriff. He was telling Leonardo DiCaprio, give this to your wife. And at the time, the new medicine was insulin. And so basically that's how they killed all the Native Americans. They was putting stuff in the insulin and telling them they had diabetes. And they didn't have diabetes.
They did it to us too, because diabetes, hypertension, and some other stuff is that they say is the #1 killer for people of color. I ain't gonna say black folk, because your people of color, and this is the honest to God truth. Ask Felicia when she get back on the show, Aunt Flo. They was giving her this medicine for hypertension. I can't think of the name of it. She'll tell you the name of it. And they was like, oh, she was even hospitalized because they thought she almost had a stroke. She was at work. I never forget that day. Everybody was crying. She said that she was at work and everything just looked dim. And then when dark, she said she went to lay her head down and that was it. But they was giving her medicine, I think trying to treat the hypertension, right? And in the process, that medicine was giving her pancreatitis, which was making her pancreas not work, not produce enough bile and insulin for the body. And they said she was diabetic. She was like, houseway. And I would go over my aunt's house every day, right? And I would always carry my diabetes kit with me, right? So she would try to test it. She would eat like a big chunk of chocolate cake and to see if her sugar go up. It didn't go up. So I said, how the hell if you diabetic, if you eating the devil's food, which was the chocolate cake, and her sugar did not go up? As soon as she took that medication, boom. So she was like, it's this damn medicine. She got sick and got a pancreatitis. She'll tell you. She threw that stuff away. She said, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking this high blood pressure medicine. What she did, she started exercising, and we danced in our family. And that's a good form of exercise. Every day we would dance. We would come in there. We practiced the line dance. We would move. You got to eat, breathe, and move. Those three things. You will never lose weight if you don't breathe and
Get
move.
sun. Gotta get sun.
You know, but I'm allergic to the sun, so that's why I have
Don't believe that. Don't believe that.
I break out.
No, I'm just saying that's just a part of your toxins in your body. Once you get them toxins and stuff out your body, you'll be just fine. But that's just a part. See, breaking out isn't necessarily a bad thing all the time. You got to understand when your body break out, that's because it's fighting, it's pushing and getting rid of stuff that's not supposed to be in there. When you got mucus coming up out your stuff, we take cough syrup. No, don't take cough syrup. Keep coughing and mucus in that mucus trying to come up. You want that mucus to come out. We do something to compress the mucus and to bring it to settle it back into your body. But you're supposed to when you get cut, you're supposed to bleed. You know, I mean, these are the things that, I mean, you gotta stop the bleeding, but these are the things that happen through a process. So the hives is just another part. People get rashes. You know what I'm saying? That's just the toxins in your body.
But that's one of my form of eczema, and my skin peels. But when it peels, it's so beautiful underneath, nice and smooth. But it's
you need the sun.
But anyway,
then you need to sweat in the sun. Let me add that. You need to sweat.
Anyway, let me go back and finish the story.
All right, sorry about that. I was just helping you.
Stop taking the medicine. And we was dancing and moving and eating better and healthier and miraculously. See, she did what I told my doctor. Yeah, I'm taking the medicine, but I'm not. Because all they do is write you more prescription. And it's getting good. And they're like, oh, keep taking this. Keep taking this. I'm like, why? If it's doing good, it's doing better. Shouldn't it be, let me take this away? Let me give you less of this. Let me give you, you know what I mean? So they was like, yeah.
When you see the dope man get let go of his grip, you coming to buy 5 a day, he ain't gonna say, man, you should go ahead and just do 2 a day, man. You should just go ahead and do 2. Nah, who gonna do that?
Getting better, you getting good, you know. You can lay off of, you can pull back, you know. But he told me I'm doing good. I fell in the doctor's office. I was getting on the scale, and I was telling him that I'm dizzy, and I feel funny sometimes when I walk. My balance is not together. I got to figure out what's going on with that. And before you say it, JoJo baby, Keon and Rodney not here to say I don't need no D. That's what Rodney gonna say. You need some D. That'll help your balance. But that's how I fell into the wall. I was, you know how you step over something, you miss the step, and you know do like that. I boom hit the wall, and then I fell to the side and hit that that medical card that was there, and tore my side up. So now I got to on the August 8th I start physical therapy because my lower back hurt. It was a good jolt, you know, like sometimes you need to be shaken up a little bit. So it felt like it was a joke in my body. It shook me up, kind of scared me, but I felt like it ooh, did that. And other than being tight, a little tight the next day all over and stuff, I didn't hurt nothing, didn't break nothing, you know, thought I hurt my titty, but I think it's a muscle in my arm that was hurting my chest, my heart, my chest physically was hurting. And if I could do like this and feel it, it's the muscle, because I was bracing myself with the right arm and it was the muscle. That's all. I probably sprained the muscle the wrong way. And that's why it was like, the pain, because heart attack, your titty ain't gonna make a heart attack hurt. your boobies, because when you lift the boobie up and hold it stop. Then when you drop the boobie, it's the pull on that muscle. It's like So that's how it was. So this weekend I was on muscle relaxers and I was chilling to myself. I didn't hardly talk to anybody. I had a chance this Friday to go see the Commodores, the Spinners and the Pointer Sisters. Well, you know, they passed, but they, you know, the people that took over the bands and stuff, but I couldn't do it Friday. Lee went to the concert. She was like, because our friend Brenda Joy, you know Brenda Joy, JoJo baby, a great comedian, a female comedian. She snagged some tickets to go to the MGM this weekend, and she was like, "Oh, the Wolfpack used to be Michelle Pucciarelli, Brenda Joy, Lee Ruff Warren, and me, Althea McFarlane. We was called the Wolfpack. We was last year. We were going places and doing stuff together, shows and everything, and we were trying to reconnect the Wolfpack. Friday is when I got the shot in my eye. So I knew I wasn't going to be no good. So I had told them, they didn't tell me until Thursday anyway. It was a late notice. And I was like, no, I ain't going to be able to go because I knew I had doctor's appointments. And plus, that's when I get the injections in them eyes. And depending on if they hit the blood vessel, now if I bleed out the eye, depending on how, you know, I can't call it because I don't know what's going to happen, right? So I told Lee, no, I can't do this. Brenda Joy, no. Well, I didn't tell Brenda anything because I didn't get a chance to tell nobody nothing. But Lee had asked me, I said, depending on how I feel, and right now it looks like I'm not doing it. So she was like, okay. You know, I let Brenda know. But after that fall, and then when I'm sitting in the doctor's office, and all of a sudden, my eye doctor to get my shots, emergency coming, he had to leave. I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? And then I found out again that my registration is suspended on my car. We had to go to the admissions place so they could do what they need. They suspended my damn stuff, but they took the people at admissions took care of it because it shouldn't have been suspended. I was like, this has just been a real freaky Friday. It's like Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong, and I was just tired. It was an exhausting day on Friday. By the time I got home, it was after the show. I caught the end part of the show where Rodney and Funny Man was leaving out, and Funny Man David Green was leaving out. But I do want to thank everybody, JoJo baby, Kiani, everybody that participated in the Friday show in lieu of my absence. You know, because your host almost like to been in the hospital. If it wasn't for these daggone boobies falling all over. And I'm glad I fell in front of the doctor, though, because he was able to see it with his own eyes. You know, I told him that I'd be feeling dizzy and off balance. But anyway, that's the good news and bad news. The good news that the blood pressure down and eating fruits and vegetables is helping me shed the weight. You know, and I hope, and he was being funny, and he thought it was because I'm off of prednisone I take it for my lungs, but when my lungs get better, that's the medicine you don't stay on unless you're having an episode. So he's telling me to stay healthy and stay away from having to take that medicine. But he did give me a breathing treatment because I was wheezing when I went in there, so the asthma was flared up. If you guys ever notice me talking and I seem like I'm getting out of breath, let me know, because sometimes I don't know. Let me say, hey, you sound like you're short of breath. That's all. If you hear it, sometimes I don't get it because I run my mouth all the time. But that's Monday Madness. That's what I'm about. Them giving us medicine and we really don't need it. And they saying that they helping us and they not. And I'm going to watch that movie Kiani said about the flower moon. What's it called again, Kiani?
Yes, I believe it's The Flower Moon with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro.
The Flower Moon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna keep doing what JoJo say. Eat my fruits in the morning, and then he said that the lunchtime you can start eating. Tell him what you said, JoJo. I just be eating fruit in the morning.
Yeah, fruit's okay. But you want to eat a little bit of vegetables, raw vegetables, and they're natural.
Early in the morning.
Fruits. Fruits. You start with fruit. You always start with your fruit. If you can put off your cup of coffee until the afternoon, is best. But
really?
I understand. Yes,
coffee
because
the afternoon.
Well, I actually, it's not really a big deal. Long story short, I drank coffee every day. I was a big coffee drinker. I got all kinds of comedy stuff with it, but I was a big coffee drinker, and I here not recently, but yeah, not too long ago, I cut the coffee out in the morning, and I eat my fruits and vegetables, and now my coffee afternoon geek. I got a coffee afternoon geek instead of the morning geek. So
do the coffee afternoon give you
yeah,
energy?
I just have a cup because I usually have a cup in the morning that I cut back. I didn't cut it out. I just push it to a different time. You know what I mean? Now, some days I'll have a cup in the morning. Some days I have a cup in the morning and I won't start my fruit for an hour or two and drink water, get a little bit of water in me just to flush that dehydration out of me from that coffee, because coffee is a dehydrant.
Now, I will tell you one thing. Since my consumption of zucchini, squash, asparagus, carrots, and cabbage, since my consumption of that has really bulked up, I am walking and farting at the same time, and I can't control it.
Throw kale in there. Don't worry about it. After your system gets clean, your farts won't even stink. It'll just be air.
It's just embarrassing because when I'm bending over, it's coming out. When
you might find a dude to pull you off that top shelf if you farting out there like that while you walk, and it's going to attract somebody. That ain't nothing but a mating call. That's just a mating call.
Negro, I'm sitting on the doctor's office. I'm sitting on getting on the table. Just burn. He was like, and he chuckled a little bit. He was like, Aliyah, what are you eating? I said, it's not dairy. I said, it's that daggone cabbage and stuff. That's what I'm eating, and the fruits and vegetables. And guess what? I have not ate rice, pasta, or potatoes. I cut them back too.
Good job. You can make zucchini pasta. That's good.
I just love zucchini the way it is. And
but you can make pasta out of
that. We just love it like it is. And I've been making soup and stews with the, oh man, wee doggy. And I ain't gonna lie, but last week I had get a fresh roaster, and I took the breast and put it in the chicken soup, because I'm doing, but it was full of vegetables and good stuff in it, and that stuff is delicious. I gave my Aunt Joyce, she came to visit me yesterday. I gave her my last bag of soup because I made some for her too. And I make the crunchy noodles out of the egg roll wrappers. It's the vegan egg roll wrappers, and all I do is take them and fry them in the oil real quick, flash fry, and they swell up like little crispy things, and it's good. And I shock myself sometimes at what I do, but the key to it is that I'm actually putting forth the effort. And I basically eat one meal that day. I got salad mix in the fridge now. I'm about to eat my, well, I'm not going to eat it now. That's not going to be till like 6 or 7 o'clock when I just eat salad. I think I like the crunch to it. I think that's what I'm getting and feeling at the crunch of the different stuff that gets me. And I got my thing full of nuts, unsalted raw cashews and nuts and stuff. If I need some with protein, then I can go get my peanut butter or my cracker if I need something with the protein. So
get beets. Throw some beets in there. Raw beets.
You know what? I never ate a beet. I don't even know what it tastes like. But let me tell you, it's high as shit in the store. I went to pick it up, and I was like $4 for 2 little things. Am I missing something?
Yeah, you are. You can't be cheap with your food in these days. That's where you need to spend your money at. Don't be cheap with your food, and cut back on some of these other luxury items that it's only for people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Give them your body for the eyes. You know what I mean? With good health and spirit and soul and mind. You feel me?
The vegetables is high as shit, JoJo.
I know they are, but you're not buying all that other stuff. You're not buying eggs. You're not buying milk. You see what I'm saying? The whole cheese. You ain't got to go ham on that. Buying it, having that on every single thing you make in the day. You know what I mean?
The watermelon and the fruits and stuff. I was sacrificing that. You know, all expensive.
I bought a watermelon huge. I mean, a big watermelon, $10.99 with seeds. Well, how is that expensive? That thing lasts all week. How is that expensive?
Ooh, I got to get some more comedy shows. Good morning, funny man David Green. How are you?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Good morning. Good morning. Speaking of
Good
watermelon.
morning, David. Good morning, Marley, and the baby, and the baby mama, everybody.
Good morning, funny man. I was saying with Monday Madness, what I'm mad about is that I'm doing good as far as the health check, but the doctor's still increasing my medication and stuff. He not taking nothing away. So if I'm doing good, he's like, oh, take this and take this and take that and make sure you take this. I'm like, shouldn't it be like, you're doing good, let's cut this back. You're doing good, you don't need this medication. You're doing good, you know. Why should I have to tell him I'm not taking that? Why I gotta tell him that?
Hey, that's basically what I told him, whatever. No, but I mean, my doctor agreed or whatever. He said keep doing whatever you're doing. So, and I told him, I said, you know, I stop eating meats. You know, I don't eat like I ain't gonna say I completely cut off red dye, but you know, I slacked on that. Slacked on sugars. I mean,
that's another thing.
And the sea moss.
You said and sea moss?
Oh yeah. I got
Wait,
I make my own gels and stuff.
You get yours from Molly?
Huh?
You get your sea moss from Molly?
No, I make my own gels and stuff. You know, put it in the blender and all that mess.
Oh, so you boil it, wash it, clean it?
No, I don't boil it. I don't boil it. You soak it, and when it soaks, it looks like it expands. It's like spaghetti or whatever, and then you put it in the blender, and keep on blending it.
Well, how many times do you soak yours to get that stuff out? Because it comes from the sea. Don't you soak it to get the animals out and the rocks, the mineral?
I soak mine. I soak mine no more than like 15 minutes or whatever.
Oh, that's not a good soaking, Dave.
Then I put it in I put it in the blender and I put it in the refrigerator for like 12 to 24 hours, whatever like that. And it turns to like a gel. And I used to mix berries and different stuff like that. No, but if you keep it in the refrigerator, it can last up to like 2 months. But then I wasn't thinking, okay, if I'm mixing berries and stuff like it kept on spoiling real fast. And that was because of that. So now I just use the raw form and I just suck it up with, I'll have like a jar of applesauce or something, and I'll take my dose and then I'll take extra doses of applesauce or something all the
behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, and you put it in somebody's butt and did the butt help you get it down too? No. See, that's what I love about Molly's sea moss. He had a purple one that was strong as hell. I couldn't do the purple one; it was too strong. But his golden sea moss, I was able to take that smooth. And I also found out if you put it in stuff like coffee or hot teas, it disappears. And you don't taste nothing.
Nothing.
And you get, and it's good. So I take mine to the head or make me some tea with it. And that's what he do with his lemonade. His tea and lemonade is made with the sea moss. That's what I'm saying. However, Molly put that joke together and then he packages it and he sells this. You need to try some of Molly's brand. That's all I'm saying. I'm telling everybody on the Morning Mac show, at least one time, get some of Molly products, whether it's the sea moss, the gel, the smoothies. He make ices. I'm trying to tell y'all, and he makes other stuff. We got to try each other products.
Yes, man.
JoJo is the fitness trainer and instructor. I want to do
Hey,
a program.
Hey, get one of these. Get one of these, Dave. Get one of these right here. And it's a blender in there. It's a blender. It's a little blender thing. Then you can put your drink in that and blend it up with your fruit, so you can make your raw sea moss. And then if you want to put berries and stuff in it, you put berries and stuff in it with your add whatever your water or whatever you take it down with, and put some berries in it and blend it up real good on this thing. You just hit the button and then drink it. So it won't go bad. You can just add the berries and blend it or whatever.
I'm saying, but that's what I used to do or whatever. But what I'm saying, when I would put it in the refrigerator, you know.
No, I'm talking about make it raw and then just add the berries to the dose. You put your sea moss in that little blender thing. Then you add berries that came separate, raw berries or whatever you do. I'm not saying keep it in the sea moss. I'm talking about put it in each individual dose.
Yeah, by serving.
Yeah, like that. And then make a little smoothie out of it. Make a little smoothie with maybe a little whatever else you got in there. Fruit. You can put it in your fruit maybe. I don't know how sea moss and fruit go together, but you can investigate that.
I know Molly knows how to make it.
Yeah, well, call Molly. Like she did. He got the whole, and you can get the pre-package. You can get the pre-package.
That's what I'm saying. The product be good. Well, Rodney, other than myself and Rodney, and who else on the panel tried his product? Keanu, did you try his product yet?
No, not yet. No. Every time I go, I got to get some. I keep forgetting.
And Rodney would tell you that it was good. My son Tyree don't like sea moss. He said, "Mom, kill yourself, throw it away." He saw it in the jar. He said, "Throw that away," like that. But he drank the lemonade and tea and didn't even know it. And I said, and that lets me go. That brings me back to what JoJo always says: the mind over matter thing. You don't know until you try it. We always go and turn our nose up at the sound of things, but then when you make it and taste it and do it, you be like, "Oh, wait a minute, I can actually do that." That's not half bad, you know. And plus, go
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, and like you said, I look for the watermelon with the seeds in it.
Yeah. Yep.
I want the seeds, and and the seeds actually are good for you as well. Remember, David, do you remember ago that I did the Wellness Wednesday on watermelon? Because I was shocked about all the good effects the watermelon had on your eyes. The watermelon for me, for somebody like me with the macular degeneration, eye disease, or whatever, I did not know watermelon was good for your eyes.
Hey, while we on this topic, Reese, did you get the inbox that I sent you on your Facebook?
I didn't even go on Facebook yet.
If you look on your Facebook, and go in the inbox, there's a real interesting experiment, so to speak, with the watermelon. Just a proven fact that I think that you would enjoy, and probably the rest of your audience.
Ooh, I got to share it on the Morning Mac show. Because no good thing will I withhold from my brothers. Meaning, if I find something or hear something about something that's good, just as well if it's something that's bad, keep everybody alert. But if something good, I like sharing good stuff. We need good stuff in the world. So much bad stuff is going on and happening. And Monday Madness. I'm mad about they give you medicine and you don't need it. I'm mad about they got treatments for stuff but won't tell you.
If you broke, that's what it's like. You know what I mean? And even if you're not broke, if you're doing well, Randallstown, let's say Baltimore, I'm using this as an example, has a Randallstown. It's a very high economic area. The houses, they're very expensive. But if you go to the grocery stores and you go and look on the streets of all the stuff of what they're selling on people and what our people are buying, we're not asking for anything different. It's number chicken boxes, fast food, and at the grocery stores, the produce is about as big as, you know, you click your fingers, you blink your eyes, you went through the produce department. Because we're not eating it, we're not asking for it, you know. So we get all the cheap shit. They just making money off our hustle, yo, and killing us at the same time, man. They loving this. They love
I know you're right. When you go out to different neighborhoods, you get the better deals and the good stuff. Certain neighborhoods, they said that certain stores have certain things because of the neighborhood of what they buy. But I don't believe that's true, because I gotta leave my neighborhood to go into another neighborhood to get some good stuff. And it should be. It like egg roll wrappers, for example.
That's straight bull stuff. If they put the good stuff in our stores, we would tear it up, consume it, and freak it, just like we did chitlins, hog maws, and anything else you put in front of us. So cut that out. You know what I mean?
Look,
we would finesse it to be good.
So I have to go to different neighborhood to get the deal on it or sell on it, because stuff in our area, certain stuff is always sold out. Why we never had it always sold out? Like it was a couple years ago. Me and Misha were looking for yellow watermelon. They didn't have it in our store. We had to go to the Safeway in Greenbelt and get their watermelon, and their store and the fruit and stuff looks so much better than. I'm like, are we in the ghetto store? If you go to the District Heights or over here in Marlow Heights, are we in the ghetto store? Do they give us lackluster products and subpar merchandise? I want the nice greenery. I want to see the beautiful shrubbery. I want my grocery store to look good too, no matter where it is. But because of the type of people that come in there and people that steal, we tear down our own neighborhoods and grocery stores, and they don't put the good stuff in our area because they think, why, that we're gonna go in there and gooch it, you know? It's and then where we forced to have to get in the car somewhere and drive out of our neighborhood, which is convenient for us, and go to somebody else's neighborhood and shop there and give that neighborhood our dollars. When our dollars would be nice if it was kept in our own neighborhood. That way our neighborhood wouldn't be hemorrhaging money. That's the vicious game of it all. Even down with the Walgreens, the Walgreens and the CVS, the drugs, different. I was like, this don't make no sense. But actually it does. But are we doing it, or is the man that's doing it? That part, I don't know. My business mind stops after I see a product that I need that they don't have.
It ain't doing it. It ain't doing it. It's did it. You know what I mean? Separated the homes with welfare, put the drugs, the guns in our communities, redlined the neighborhoods for the people that worked hard and they still couldn't go to the bank and get a loan if you was inside the red lines. This is the stuff they did. I mean, so no, it's not us. It's they. It's definitely they. You know what I mean? And yes, we function in it. You know what I mean? But if you do any human like that, they do it. You know what I mean? They do it. They understand it. You know.
And I used to think like stuff with cable. Different areas pay different prices for cable and car insurance. Like my bestie bought a brand new car. I got an older vehicle, 8-year-old vehicle, and she got a brand new car. But because she live in Upper Marlboro, she still pay $100 less for full coverage than I do, and it's because they think that she's in a safer neighborhood. Well, guess what? Her car is more of a target, more of a mark than my vehicle is. But because I'm in a certain area, they call it, Capitol Heights, Hillcrest Heights, anything with heights in it, they up your car insurance like crazy.
Yes, that's true. And that was on the movie too. On the movie, if you was a minority, it'd be $1,200 to bury you. If you was white, it was only $300. And they said everything on the movie too. They said that too.
Watch that movie.
That's called redlining.
What's it called?
Red
The
Line.
Flower Moon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, wait a minute. Okay, the movie's called The Flower Moon. Everybody go watch The Flower Moon. Have you heard of it, Funny Man David Green, The Flower Moon?
No, I'm gonna write it down.
The Flower Moon. And JoJo said that's called redlining. What is redlining, JoJo?
Red line is when it was a red line that the banks, now insurances do it. A lot of big corporations red line. So back in the day, redlining was so you had the hardworking people in the community, and their roof go up. They couldn't go to the bank and get a loan because of the area they were in the red lines, so they couldn't get the roof fixed. So you know what I mean. So that's why the community fell apart. It wasn't because people weren't working hard. These people were working hard every day and had the papers to show it, but they still couldn't get loans from the banks. They redlined us. They still do it with insurance and a couple other things.
I thought they was doing it because we were black or minority, because I knew they were saying that Wells Fargo and certain banks and stuff wasn't giving loans, and y'all could go back and research it. Wells Fargo was on the chopping block at one time. They was notorious for rejecting the loans and stuff and all of that of people of color. And
I got rejected a few times.
And they still doing it. They ain't supposed to, but they still do. We know
They
about
still doing it.
We done blast they spot up.
Look up red line. Look up the red line. It'll come up. Look up red line areas in DC in the 80s. Look, all that shit'll come up.
The 80s is still red line area now.
I mean, I'm just saying now you can still do it now, but I'm just saying you can just do different years. That stuff will come up. Or what is redlining and the banks when the banks redlining and all that information will come up.
Wow.
But did you get that inbox I was telling you about? Did you see it?
No, I gotta go on Facebook and look. I mean, look, you sent it to me on Facebook because I don't look. Good morning, Destiny Andrews.
Morning.
I don't. Let me see.
You dyed your hair, Destiny, or is that a head tie you got on?
It's a head tie. I need to wash my hair, so I got it tucked away.
Tuck them. I can't see, you know, I on this little ass phone I'm on, I can't see nothing. Gotta pull you up. I have to pull it up close if I okay, I see you now, shorty. Okay.
Messenger?
Huh?
You sent it to me in
messages, I thought.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Is this? There's only one thing I got here, and it says electricity.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull it up here so everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. Okay. All right. We'll go here.
Real quick. It's short. It's real short. Since we was on that topic this morning. I thought I'd share this bumping ass experiment in facts and truth.
Hell yeah, you know, I like
madness that they're not. It's madness that they're not feeding us right.
Why could I put money that it was on what we're being fed? And one.
What'd you say, Destiny?
I said I could have put money on it being what we're being fed, since it's JoJo.
It ain't necessarily what being fed, it's what we eating.
I could have grabbed a Mountain Dew, but I grabbed a water. I'm doing kind of my part, I suppose.
Well, I mean, it's only for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing it for nobody else. You're gonna do it for you. And when you start feeling different, you would see. I mean, you know, you tell a drunk, you're gonna feel better.
Since you've been in my life, JoJo.
Baby. You tell
go.
a drunk that he gonna feel better when he stop drinking. He ain't gonna believe that.
I don't
He ain't gonna
drink
believe that.
alcohol.
All right, I'm
Where
trying
you at? You
to.
can't give me that read?
It's up. Y'all see it?
Oh,
Do y'all see it?
I think
I
that's
see
a
it.
watermelon.
you
I
see a
don't hear
piece
it.
of it.
Or-
Where's the sound? How come I can't hear it?
The mute up top, somebody was telling you before, or the volume up top or something on
Yeah,
the
top of
bottom.
the video, it's got the speaker thing with the X next to it. Nope, left. Nope. Nope, that's... You want to go to the actual video. Yes. And over to the right some. Nope, back left. Okay.
I can't see it because the this thing is in front of it. Now, how do I get rid of this thing?
Now that I can't tell you. I think if you click right there, then you might get rid of the thing on the screen.
Do y'all see what I'm saying?
No, ma'am.
How do I? Oh, y'all just see the video. Let me see if I view it through this way. And the video, I don't know what the Molly.
Oh,
We
all I see
giving
is
the views
electricity.
today.
You say all you see is what?
I see electricity, fruit, and meat.
Right. And I'm trying to
With the S on it.
get the reel to go over so I could just play the reel.
You just moved it. You was just moving it. It was over where it was. You just moved it to the left or right. But I don't know which way it looks on you, but see how that moved over? There you go. That's it right there. If you could.
You
my
let go, what does it
fingers.
do?
But
Now, what about now? Hit
And
the
then
X
at
up there.
the top center of the actual video playing, it's got the
Yeah,
charged in a
Oh,
cord.
there
You
you
need
go.
electricity. Eating flesh
just
will
pushed it back.
decompose in your body and do nothing for you. In this experiment, you will see the electricity within fruit compared to meat. By placing these two wires into the watermelon, we create an electrical circuit and we see that electricity is running through it. Even cherries hold electrical energy within them. Remember that every cell in your body conducts electricity. Placing these wires into dead flesh, you see that there is no electrical current coming from the meat or flesh. You are a biological battery, hence why you get charged in a cord. You need electricity. Eating flesh will decompose in your body and do nothing for you. In this experiment, you will see the electricity within fruit compared to meat. By placing these two wires into the watermelon, we create an electrical circuit and we see that electricity is running through it. Even cherries hold electrical energy within them. Remember that every cell in your body conducts electricity. Placing these wires into dead flesh, you see that there is no electrical current coming from the meat or flesh. You are a biological battery, hence why you get charged in a cord. You need electricity. Eating flesh will decompose in your body and do nothing for you. In this experiment, you will see the electricity.
That's interesting.
Isn't that very interesting? I thought so. I'm doing that. I'm doing that one. I'm gonna try that one personally. I got the stuff. I'm gonna do it soon. I'm in the wrong.
Wire and fruit and it show. I mean, well, if dead meat is dead meat, it don't have. It's not living. You know, we know plants and vegetables.
I know, but it's still bloody. When it's. I don't know if it was right after the kill or I don't know how that works. I have not a clue if it ever does have anything in it. Probably not. You know, unless you eat it just straight blood. They say blood's different though. It has nutrients in it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I ain't going into the conversation. But yeah, ain't that interesting? That's pretty interesting.
Wow.
And again, your watermelon is at the front of the they know how good them watermelons is, baby. Trust me. That's why they crushing them and trying to and then getting rid of the seeds and making it. Them shits don't even taste as good. Why would you make another joint that don't even taste as good? You know what I mean? It's
to feed the masses and to fool the people. You know, like the cream of the crop is for the elite. The elite people probably get seeds, but your poor man, you gonna get them whatever, versions of knockoffs. We want the real deal. And they was talking about, they always associate watermelon, eating black people, they love watermelon. Well, it was because not that they love it, but it was a crop that they could take the seeds, put it in their head, they could transport the seeds wherever they was growing, and they could grow and they could eat and get fed. It's a lot of stuff that they used to do that. So
Amen.
Rose.
Amen. Oh,
So it's not just that, but watermelon is good for you. Everybody like watermelon. Chinese people eat watermelon just like white people, black people, Indian people. Everybody like watermelon. That likes watermelon. If you like watermelon, you like watermelon.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Half of y'all don't even like meat. Because when you get the meat, if you eat the meat bland, you'd be like, oh, that's white people. That's the way white people eat it. No seasoning, no nothing like that back in the day. Remember that? They ain't doing it like that now. But I'm just saying, remember that? You know what I mean? But we don't even like the taste of the meat in its natural form. You don't even like it. You got to put all this paprika, seasoning, pepper, salt, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, A1 sauce. You have to do all this stuff to make it taste. So you don't even like it. You like all the other shit. You don't even like the meat. It's crazy, yo. We are trippy. Check me out.
Meat. That's one thing you just can't eat plain with nothing on it.
But I'm just saying, but if you bite a watermelon, or if you eat a string bean, or if you eat a piece of cabbage, red cabbage, or something like that, you're gonna like it just like that. It's gonna taste okay just like that. But if you bite a piece of meat with that's cooked like you like it, but it's not seasoned, oh shit, you're gonna be like, ew, yo.
I think we're spoiled in that aspect.
Huh?
I mean, go ahead, funny man.
Oh, I was going to say, hey, Jojo. I also think I've seen somewhere where it said if you, even fruits and vegetables, if you cook them, it kills the.
Over 130 degrees. If you cook it over 130 degrees, it loses all its enzymes and minerals and nutrients.
Minerals and all that, yeah.
Oh, 130 degrees. I wanted to try Cuban-based grilled banana, but
go ahead. I'm sorry, Destiny. Go ahead.
I didn't realize anybody had interrupted. No, there's if I start with the first statement I was making, if we look at like the dawn of time, we ate meat as it was, and then eventually we found out spices, and we're like, man, this shit fucking rocks, and we've just progressed since then, and now we're spoiled as shit. I've got a spice rack that has, like, Walmart was having a sale on these spices that were like this big, and damn, are they good, and I got a shit ton of them, so I got a bunch of spices. And so I see where you're at. We're like, we don't even like the taste of meat. If I see a video where someone go, oh, check out this chicken I made, and that chicken is whiter than me, I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. And you throw that shit away and try again. So I see where you're at on that. And I forgot the other
the cats like it though. If you get a chicken breast and steam it just like that in the white meat and then shred it, they love that, you know. So
no, I haven't ever tried it.
I said a cat.
I've never made chicken that was whiter than me.
You steam it. You steam
it. Steam it. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna try it, but I'll keep you in mind if I ever see somebody that does.
I said for a cat. I'll do it for a cat. I said I ain't eating it. I recommend you eat it
all,
will
give you the same effects. Boiling.
Well, boiling isn't all that bad because the amount of nutrients if you boil chicken is pretty damn good. And then I can't boil chicken with no flavors.
Put nothing in it. Just boil it. It's disgusting.
Nothing.
Just water. That's what he's saying. That's what JoJo is saying. The lack of flavor, the lack of seasoning, the lack plain.
See, I boil chicken bones after I cook chicken because there's still nutrients and calcium and all that jazz in the bones. So if you boil the bones and then get rid of the bones and then use the water for your plants, it's really, really, really good for your plants. And so I do that. But whenever I do that, since it's just the bones and it's just that plain ass, it's the bone meal scent is it's like, I'm so happy this is for the plants and people haven't tried to feed me this shit.
JoJo, didn't we just talk about the other day eating the bones? Was that us?
Bone marrow? I don't know. I used to love bone marrow. When I was
that Kiani?
I was gone when I crushed it.
About how our grandparents and stuff would eat the bone, suck on the bone to get the nutrients out of the bone.
That might have been me telling you. I remember sitting at the table. Me and my grandmother used to sit at the table and with the crab mallets or a real hammer and bust chicken bones up and get that marrow up out of there. Yeah, me and my grandmother.
They don't know what the marrow is now. Kids don't know. People don't know what the marrow is nowadays. You had the marrow. What's bone marrow?
Bone marrow. That's the most nutrients in the planet.
Marrow, bone marrow. That's what you.
I know. I was making a dumb joke. My bad.
Merle. That's their country accent.
Merle Street.
But bone marrow, just is really. It's good for you. That's where actually your blood cells start to develop in your bone marrow. That's what develops your blood cells and stuff. So I guess the marrow would be good, JoJo, for energy and stuff. We was talking about blood. That's where it develops right there. Start right there.
I don't know about marrow and food until I went to Vegas and I ordered. It was the best steak I have to this day had in my entire life, and they put like a bone marrow based butter on top of this fucking steak. I was like, what? What do you mean? That's a thing? And it was so good. It was so good.
Bone marrow is the thing where they would just crack the meat open and let you have a tiny spoon and you eat the bone marrow out of the steak or the chicken or whatever. They assist you with eating the bone marrow, and they make bone marrow broth. Broth hearty, good bone marrow.
Gristle, you used to bust that gristle, girl. You bought that gristle.
Oh, gristle, that gristle. That gristle is nothing but gelatinous. The gristle ain't nothing, but it's I used to like the crunch on it. Good morning, Brenda Brown. How are you?
Totally awesome.
Now I want to know about her weekend and how the show go, because she went. Remember, guys, she went to LA for and the show and everything. I want to hear about that. Well, when she gets herself together, she'll chime in and tell us about that. But that definitely. For Monday Madness. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna change gears. Okay, Kamala is in the race. Kamala is doing her thing, and I don't know. It's up in the air. I'm happy to see some real camaraderie, because I cannot wait to see the first debate between former President Trump and Vice President Harris. I'm interesting to see the first debate. You know that? I don't know. Don't ask me why I'm excited, but I am.
I mean, I want to see if she handles herself in a professional manner. We all know how Trump likes to debate. It'd be nice to see if she can not only like hear him, but conduct herself in a professional manner. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that wants her to like overcome Trump and be more of a force than him. I want to see if she's more professional than he can be.
Well, I'm gonna say this: every female that wants to control of their body, every female that wants the female rights for us not to, you know, like I said, I do not condone or I do not believe in abortions, but I still think it's the female has the right to her body to do to her body before it turns a full fetus.
Can you make a statement off of Destiny's joint? Like, you seriously think that she's not going to conduct herself in a better manner than Trump, ignorant self? The way he talks? Come on, yo. You know she's going to carry herself better than that clown. Come on now.
I didn't say that.
Because he gets away with it. He say his stuff. He say his rhetoric. He say outlandish stuff. And he say stuff, but nobody challenge him. Nobody shuts him up. Everybody lets him get away with it. So let's see if she let him get away with the talk, with his gibberish. I can't wait for the first debate.
See, in a proper debate, and I didn't say that I don't think she's going to be able to handle herself better. The thing is, there are so many individuals that whenever they hear that blah 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 blah, and just the attacking way of conversation that he has, then they'll get defensive and start doing some kind of attacking way as well, or trying to talk and just like doing that. But you know what? Whatever. But the proper way to do a debate is if you disagree with what the other individual is saying, then you smile and you wait your turn. And I'm interested in seeing how she conducts herself, if she's more defensive or if she handles it on the more like traditionally based way of handling a debate. So sorry for my wording, but I just want to see how she handles herself.
I hope she don't, because that's what Biden did. I hope she eat him alive. I hope she get in there and chew his ass up, because that's what the Democrats are known for, saying they're scary and they're weak and they're just doing that smiling Joan. No, when you in a debate, you get in there and make your point. You want to prove your point. You want people to hear you. You're just not going to sit back and if he's saying some rhetoric off the top, if he's saying some craziness off the top, address the craziness and keep it moving. Like, man, you're crazy. And another thing, and blah 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 blah. You don't have to sound like a heretic, a lunatic, or just a dick. You don't have to do none of those. You don't have to sound like none of those things to get your point across and prove it. It's the intimidation tactics. I wish Rodney was on here, because he is a very good intimidating tactic person. Because Rodney get to my Aunt Felicia, the tone of their voice says it, and the passion in their voice, and people, you know, they the way you say stuff, they'll get people attention and be like, oh. So, and that's because Trump is loud and Trump is forceful, and everybody, they can't handle it. They can't handle it. And when you smiling and you waiting your turn, sometimes you can't smile and wait your turn. Just like sometimes you can't turn the other cheek. Sometimes you got to jump in and say it and address it. Then you address it later. They be like, why is she bringing that back up again? Or that was already said and canceled. Sometimes you got to go, You know, sometimes you got to throw a jab in there every now and then, Destiny.
Well, I look forward to saying that.
I look forward to seeing it too.
Well, I mean, if the person's jabbing you, if she's talking and he's shooting jabs, I mean, you only can get so much respect from a person if you ain't giving them none. I mean, like she said, it ain't gonna be a whole bunch of turn the other cheek. You ain't always time for that. Now, if he conducts, let's start there. If he's the only one that's ever conducted himself in this manner as a president. So ain't been no debates like that with Trump, with no other presidents like Trump. And he brought a whole nother level to the debating definition. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if he handles it and doesn't bust in and say stuff to before, you know, I mean, you try to test her, because most people don't. He's the only one that does that. And you're saying, like, let him do it. And see how she responds to it. Oh no, let's not let him be ignorant. How about that part? See, that's what she's talking about. We let him do that, and don't nobody say nothing. We just want to see everybody else's response. That's stupid. Let's stop that its root, and we ain't got no responses. Feel me?
That's right. That's right. I see that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. She got to November the 5th, right? Woo. So she got a long battle in front of her. I am kind of mad because I think that they should have had another candidate outside of Biden running for the Democratic Party from the very beginning. Biden's 82. Why would you push that man for another 4 years? Let him rest. But maybe that was all part of the plan from the beginning. Maybe it was so she could get in there and do what she needed to do. Maybe, because if he could not fulfill his duties, and he would have got another 4 years, and she would have got in there as a vice president because the president couldn't fill his, she would have become president. We wouldn't have had to vote her in. It would automatically go there. That could have been, but the Biden's health didn't allow him to do that, because if he did get in and he won again, if he was strong and he won again, Kamala wouldn't need to get voted in. All he had to do was like, okay, I won. Okay, I stepped down. Kamala, go ahead, take the next 3 years. Boom. Just, maybe that was the plan.
It wasn't. Well, I mean, okay, think about it. If it's Joe versus Trump, then it's okay. A lot of people didn't want to vote for Joe because he was freaking, he was showing plenty of dumbass
that's
fucking
what I'm saying. If he wasn't sick, if he wasn't, that's what I'm saying. If he was strong again, like he was before, that was the plan. But his health got in the way of that plan. That would have been an ingenious plan, because there's only like 3 or 4 years between Biden and Trump anyway. So they in the same generation. What's 3 or 4 years difference? None.
Ain't none, especially when you 80s, almost 90s.
Yeah, when you 21 and 25, they ain't making no difference. He's 79 and he 80 and he 82.
Only time it make a difference if you 19 and she 14 or 15 or something like that. You 16. You know what I mean? That's where the only problem comes.
Get in there, but with them.
Good morning, Destiny. Good morning, Brenda. LGR. Good morning.
Say something, Kiani. I know you're gonna say. You hear what we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, both of them need to retire. I mean, you see Donald Trump. I mean, he if he got a wig on backwards or forward. His wife don't want to kiss him. Joe Biden, he want to flirt with little girls. Both of them need be put in a dungeon.
Well,
both of them breaths. Both of them breath stinking.
Now let's go.
Both of them off for themselves.
I'm gonna play devil advocates. Get the head people out the way. Let's talk about the vice president and the first running mate. Let's talk about J.D. Vance and Kamala Harris. Now, what did that look like? Them two going together, going head to head. Boom, boom, boom. What would that look like? If both of them say JD's running for president, Kamala running for president. That's what I'm saying. Say both of their heads are going. Now, what would a debate look like with them two? Because both of them are young. Both of them are, boom, boom.
They're both mean as hell.
I mean,
both of them mean don't know what.
To see that done, that'll be interesting for the people.
Well, you see Vance, he already know what he's talking about. Jennifer Aniston already got on him already. He already looking dumb already to Hollywood.
He's new to the political ring. He's new. He's still a newbie. He still got baby's milk behind his ear as far as getting in the political ring. And
I hope not on the left ear.
Ohio and all of that stuff. So I don't know about him. I don't know if he's legit or if just somebody they threw him up there because of the age.
They threw him up there. They made it a double dutch. They threw him in there. He don't know what's going on.
Jump.
He He don't know what's going on. He got women mad already in Hollywood. If you get Hollywood mad, you in trouble. You don't never get them people mad. And he already doing it already.
He already getting them mad.
Getting them mad, man. Because Jennifer Aniston, she never say anything. For her to come out and say something, he really messed up.
Wow.
Because she usually quiet, usually somebody else, you know what I'm saying? But for her to voice opinion, and she's strong, she's strong-minded, plus she has a lot of fans. So he better say sorry if he want to make it.
Jeez, what did he say to get on her bad side?
He was talking about women and stuff and just, you know, almost that Donald Trump speech kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just blaming everybody else but themselves. Basically what they do. So he was talking about women and stuff and talking about, you know, women need to do this, they do that. Just, you know, the wrong thing. You know, you never want to make a woman mad. I learned that a long time ago. Keep the woman happy, everybody else happy too.
Yeah. Happy life, happy wife.
That's it. That is it.
That's what they say. And they also say, those of you who's not married, if mama not happy, ain't nobody happy. Now, I believe that's true. When mama was in a bad mood, she make the whole house be in a bad mood. The children, the dog, the cat, everybody.
You said who do? You said who?
Mama's bad. When mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy in that house.
That's true. You're right. Because mama, she'll get the prayer, she'll bring the Bible out. She'll bring the switch out, the bell. Somebody in trouble.
Yeah, but that's on daddy. If he around like that, I'm talking about happy wife, happy life. So you saying if I'm living miserable and she happy, that's a good thing? Nigga? Crazy. I ain't playing that game.
No, that's not what she's saying. She's saying if the woman's happy, she gonna make everything. The wife is happy. She gonna make your life beautiful. She gonna make everything around you happy. If she's happy, she's gonna. You ain't even gonna have to do nothing. She's almost like a mind reader. If the wife is happy, everything will be on point. JoJo, you have fresh watermelon cut up every day. Brewed coffee at noon. Every slippers. You know, the milk bath, the massages. That's what she's saying. If the woman is happy, she would definitely make sure her man and her kids and the rest of the household is happy. It is showing her love.
See, that don't always work out. That sounds really good. But what when she's happy just because she's getting all your money? You know what I'm saying? She happy when she only giving you sex 3 times a month. She happy when, you know what I'm saying? She drives the big car and you driving the bad car. That's how they look. It's 2024. This house going back.
Between a woman and girls. I'm a Proverbs.
Ain't no old grandmamas in the house.
Proverbs
Who
31.
cutting up watermelon besides JoJo Baby for their peoples? Ain't nobody doing that no more. Y'all ain't even cooking no more. Y'all eating out every night. And if he can't take you out every night, you not happy? Shit, I got something in the refrigerator. Cook that.
That's not every woman. I don't know about the younger ones or the millennials.
I'm saying be with the other side. That's all I'm saying.
Honey, these young people think potato salad is raw potatoes mixed with lettuce. These young folks can't cook. Cornbread. It's some corn on top of bread.
So where's the happiness these days? Where the happiness these days? That's what I'm saying.
They don't know.
I see a lot of happy wives and miserable ass husbands, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it's cheaper to keep.
No, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Especially if she's taking all your money, it ain't cheaper to keep.
I'll be broke. You can have all that. I'm out.
It ain't. Sometimes it depends, and you know you got a lot of saying we say has a lot of truth in it, but then it depends on the person you got. If you ain't got your average, ordinary, everyday girl or woman, then you know you got a little special. You got a little mentally delayed person with you, whether it's a mentally delayed man or a mentally delayed woman. You working with the little slow bus. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, some good things come up with the slow bus. I was on the slow bus. I was on the little joint. Don't be hating on the little bus.
Did you have a helmet too?
No, I ain't had no helmet. I was jealous that the other nigga had one. No, I was upset that he had. I got on the bus the same day. I was like, how come he got on a helmet? I don't. I want a helmet.
Wait a minute. When you said a trigger word for me, that reminded me of the other topic that I wanted to talk about today on Monday Madness. And Oprah Winfrey said it. Your friends cannot be jealous of you. If you have friends that's jealous of you, get rid of them friends. Because your friend is not going to be jealous of you.
Correct.
That's just the tip. You get rid of them people. They pirating relationships. They hijacking your emotion, your relationships, them are not true blue. And if you got a friend that's jealous of you, they're not friends. They're associates. They could be an acquaintance, but take them out of the friend zone so you won't get hurt later down the line. That is absolutely positively true. How you gonna love me and be all happy for me and jealous of me at the same time? See, and with women, I'm gonna say this again. I said this before. Women, they are catty and miscalculating. Like they see you got a man and you happy, they be like, "Ooh, I want a man like that. I want your man." Instead of going out with their own man that's like that, JoJo, they'll try to say me and JoJo in a relationship. And I'm so happy, and Destiny see how happy I am. She was like, "Oh, Althea looks so happy all the time. JoJo's really doing a good job keeping her happy, and they're in love, keeping everybody in love." Then Destiny be like, I want a relationship like that. I want a man just like that. I want JoJo. Dun, dun, dun. Instead of going, women are catty. Like, you think so many women be coming up backstabbing people as far as relationships, jobs, and all that because they're not comfortable or they're not confident that they can get their own, just like what you got. Me, whatever you got, I'm happy for because I know if I work hard, I can go out and get the same thing. I had never had a jealous bone in my body when it comes to me and my girlfriends. I don't understand it. Some people say, "Oh, they jealous of your attitude. They jealous how you handle things." Well, it took a lot of pressure to make this diamond. That's why I am the way I am. I don't know going on nobody else's life. All I know is going on in my life. And it took a lot of pressure. So different things. Don't say, "Oh, I envy you. I want you." You don't know what I've been through or got through to get to where I am. So you never envy nobody. You never want to walk in their shoes. You don't want to walk in other people's shoes because you don't know their footsteps could have been harder than yours. Be careful what you ask for, what you wish for. And I want to be like them. Do you want to be like them? They could be dying with cancer, but you say, "I want to be like them." You be careful what you wish for. Don't be jealous of nothing or nobody because whatever somebody else can obtain, you can obtain it too.
Yep.
You can do it, put your back into it. You can do it, put your back into it. No matter what.
Just do what you
never
do.
had jealous when my girlfriend bought her house. I was happy. I was like, "Oh, shit, you got your house. I'm going to come over and chill out." I didn't go over there and chill out, but I was still genuinely happy for it. I wasn't like, "Damn, I wish that was me. Oh, I wish that no." Enjoy and celebrate them. You know, I'm like, "Oh, shucks. Wait till I get mine. Oh, shucks." That's it. My people doing good on shows. I'm proud of my people. A win for one is a win for go up there, do them shows, get them gigs, make them shows. You do good. Brenda Brown, innovative, coming up with her own game show, doing her thing. I'm proud of you, Brenda. I'm gonna be a contestant. I want to play too. Play them games. Do that stuff. Do that. It's a good thing. At no point do I say, "Oh, I'm gonna do what Brenda doing. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that bad. No, that puts you in competition. And like I told, I'm not in competition with nobody but myself. So that word jealousy, that's a bitter word. And I don't
That's when you get the best, that's when you get the best results when you do it to yourself. That's what it is. That's where the positive, that's where that can be used as a driving force when you put it to action for yourself. That's what you get. Yup, use it as motivation, not jealousy, motivation.
Like I didn't tell nobody that I was working on my weight or my health, and it showed in the scale, and it came off on the scale. Now, had you told somebody, they'll be looking at you and competing with you. I don't do that. I suffer in silence. You know,
hey, do me a favor, Reese, though. When you losing, when you dropping this pounds, when you dropping it all, when it all come down. I was just watching the movie Click yesterday, right?
Click.
You remember Click? You remember Click with Adam Sandler?
Click? Okay, yeah. And the guy would get remote control, a universal.
Yeah, remember when he gained all that weight, and then he was in the hospital and he lost the weight, and he had that little stomach flap thing right there.
Like
just before you get yours taken off, let me play with it first. I want to play with that first before you get rid of it. That's
oh my God!
My pouch, David's seen it. My pouch I don't have a flap.
I'm talking about when you drop the weight and it flap down like that. I want to play with it before you get rid of it. All right, that's all.
As many crunches I'm doing, I hope it don't flap down like that.
If it do a little bit, I want to play with it. That's all I'm saying.
You want to play with the flap? Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I want to play with it for a minute. I'm gonna play with the flap before you roll out. It looked like fun when I was watching him flip it back and forth in the movie and shit. That shit looked fun as a mug. I was like, damn, yo. Oh man, I gotta give me a girl to be able to do that with. I'm gonna do that with a girl.
I got a belly like Buddha. You could come and rub it now. Because I don't
hey yo, that would be like doing it, your ding-a-ling doing it under a tarp. You would be doing it, and then you would put the flap down on it, and the tarp would come down. That shit would be cool, yo. That would be fun, sex-wise. That flap, you could do a lot of things with that flap.
Well, I know the flap on your head, and you get smothered down there, and you get lost. I see some people gut with the flap that go all the way down to their knees, and I'm, ooh, well, I used to have a flap like that. I used to have that. I did.
I played with a little bit of that.
Chair and it would just hang. Yeah, that was.
I played with something. That's just fun. I've done some things.
It ain't fun to carry.
I've done some. Yeah, it ain't funny carrying it, but it's fun playing with it when you're around it. You know what I mean? That's been fun.
Just like when I get my breast reduction, JoJo, I'm gonna give you one of my titties.
Oh, I'm gonna have that joint in a jar like Cannibal Lecter, yo. Have that joint in that goo, that clear water solution. I'm gonna keep that titty alive forever.
Oh boy, I tell you. Sickness, that sick monkey down with the sickness. Okay.
Big ass mason jar. Hey, I wonder if do they make mason jars that big though? I don't know if I can get that joint in the mason jar.
They make jars, not mason jars, but they have jars for specimens, all sizes. They big enough to put your head in. They got a jar big enough to put a titty in. Yes.
I put it up there. I put it up there on the mantle with my uncles and grandmothers and stepfather and everybody ashes and stuff. I'll put you up on the mantle. You'll go up on the mantle.
I'm gonna tell you in the DMV area. So when you guys come, if they let you go to the medical museum, that was on Walter Reed, the medical museum, you would see some very interesting stuff. I remember I took my little niece there. Me and my Aunt Pam and my little niece Leela went there, and she screamed the whole time. We had to keep her eyes closed the whole time as we walked through. Everything scared her. In the medical museum, they had some stuff in there, boy. They had the bullet that shot Abraham Lincoln. They had that. I mean, they show you such graphic stuff. And if you like me, I'm a geek for medicine and medical stuff. I was in the whole cabin. I was like, "Ooh, look at that! Ooh!" It was just like, "Ooh." Don't certain things I get excited about, and medicine is one of them. Just because it's just awesome. I like that. I like entertainment. I mean, certain things. When I go on Jeopardy, certain questions I could be getting them all. I'd be sitting there answering my butt off. I'd be proud of myself playing Jeopardy. Anyway,
Well, not all medical questions.
No, I like all medical questions, even the gross ones, the creepy ones. They're like,
No,
like,
you were somehow getting right. I said not all medical questions.
I was talking about getting what?
You was talking about getting them right. I said not all medical questions. Remember the medicine.
Why you gonna bring that argument back up? Because if you do some research again, and the way it was posed, it was out there blanketly, and these medicines had more than one. They're used for more than one thing. That's the difference. If you didn't say the number one thing or the top thing, and everything was in play.
May I make a statement that I wanted to make earlier, but I waited patiently and overwaited apparently?
Okay, yes.
So we were going over the happy wife, happy life, and there were a lot of thoughts being thrown around and some assumptions based on generalizations that you were right and not every woman will follow that generalization. Although JoJo is not honestly all that wrong, because there are a lot of women that will follow that generalization. That's why it's based as a generalization. I cannot speak for every woman. Although in my particular situation with my significant other, he is the main financial provider for the house. And due to how my damn brain works, I take on the state of the home as my job in our relationship. I keep it clean and I cook for him regardless of how I feel. Lately, we have been more leaning towards the really, really cheap fast food, like the 4 for $5 at Wendy's and the 40-piece nuggets for $12 at Mickey D's, simply because we're like big broke right now. But we're playing catch up, and it's only going to take a couple more weeks for us to get back to where we'll be able to have food in our fridge, and we'll be where I'll be cooking on the regular again every single night. The happy wife, happy life isn't, oh, she takes care of the house and she does all these things for him, so obviously she's happy. I do that stuff regardless of if I'm happy or if I'm sad. The happy wife, happy life thing, kind of the best way that I can look at that as per my personal situation is just think about all the times that a woman can look at a man and say, hey, I don't like this bothers me, I'm uncomfortable with this. Anything that says that she isn't real pleased with this particular thing. She is taking that situation and putting it in your hands to make better. And if you ignore it, you're not making it better. I am a firm believer of that. If I have an issue and I don't say shit and it gets worse, that's my fault. But if I say, hey, I have a problem with this, I put it in your hands to either make better or make worse, and ignoring is making it worse. And then you end up in the situation where she's saying it again. Hey, this is bothering me. Okay, well, you didn't do anything about it before, so now she's saying it again. Hey, this is bothering me. And then it turns into, I'm tired of being a broken record, or you're accusing her of being a broken record. But all you had to do was listen in the first place. My man has actually got a couple situations where I'm a broken record, and I still tell him that he needs to work on these different things, and he still ignores me and doesn't want to work on these different things. But you know what I do? I still clean, I still cook, I don't know if my daughter's awake or not. She passed out on the couch, but I still do the bedroom stuff, because that's not a matter of how happy he's making me. It's a matter of how I feel. And if I feel like I'm in the mood, then I'm in the mood. If I feel like my job is to take care of the house, then I'm going to take care of the house. But as per our relationship, it will crumble if he cannot listen or learn to listen to me. That's my statement on happy wife, happy life.
Okay.
I didn't mean to break everything. My bad.
No. You're fine. Brenda, are you with us? I want to hear about the weekend. I want to hear about Phil Page in LA.
And
Hollywood, California. I did see a picture recently on Facebook. Brenda standing in front of the Hollywood Chinese movie theater stuff. For some reason, Brenda, why that picture look fake?
Ain't always what it seems.
It look like I'm this is Brenda, I think. I'm gonna show y'all. I think this is Brenda. Share it, then that way I could send it to Molly if he could put it up. Okay, I'm gonna try to go there and get it. Hey, Nemo the late bloomer. He is the late bloomer, and he's here. You did for the last 20 minutes of the show, but you here. Good morning, Nemo.
What's up with you, Grand Rising?
Grand rising to you, honey.
What's going on, Nemo? Good morning.
What's happening with you? So how was everybody's weekend?
Everybody's weekend, it was a thing. I know my weekend was a thing.
It was great. Let me tell you, it was fantastic. Every weekend's like this. It's dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the picture. And go back to StreamYard. Share.
We all got to get together. God bless you. Yeah, we all got to get together.
December the 6th, Sauceton the City is having a reunion show. Y'all see this?
No, where's it at?
Right
here. You showing some? Oh.
Yeah, I'm showing Brenda in front of the Chinese. Okay, we're right here. Here we go. This picture of Brenda. Hold on, let me make it. I think I got to move it over. This picture. Y'all see it?
Can you scroll down a little?
Yeah.
How come this thing keeps coming up over the picture? The other one.
Can you go next to the message and scroll up? So like not on the actual message thing at all. I don't know why it's not scrolling up, so you can hit X on it.
Because this other thing is blocking it.
The messenger?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to make it go away. You should be able to like scroll up and hit an X, but your screen is quite small. So
let me see. If I make it smaller. Okay, how about now? Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. I had to make the whole thing smaller. This is the picture. This is them in. I can't see where that is, but it's the lounge, some lounge, and they was
that's the
watching.
famous. That's the.
And she said,
And
"Well,
we had."
Huh?
Oh no! Is that donut spot where they at? What that is? Oh no! That's a room.
They had some time. They at the Hollywood Boulevard. And they went to see Deadpool the movie at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. This is the Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
Okay.
This trip is turning out to be killer. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, all. But Brenda, you're not smiling. You're not giving us a killer smile.
Brenda, you act like somebody tried to take your purse.
You got the hair over the eye like an emo kid. Are you okay?
Blink once, blink twice.
I told Brenda that's the first time I've seen her without a mask.
You right about that too. You right.
That's why I said, is that a real picture? Did she crop herself in front of that picture? Because
We
Brenda
already
always have
know
a
that
mask on. You right.
she's a skinwalker.
She is not going outside with no mask.
I was
First
trying
time
to
you ain't
say,
going
yeah.
out with no mask, huh?
So definitely.
I don't know what to say.
That's sauce in the
She was
city.
sad. We need to send her sushi money, apparently.
Oh, there
Yeah.
she go. That's the
There's the
Brenda we
mask.
know.
Yep,
There's
there's
the
Matt.
mask.
Uh,
There's the
Okay.
there's
mask.
the
Okay. We
mask.
see you, Phil.
Hey, sweetie.
Oops.
This
Oops.
pops up
Listen,
on
if
your
this pops
timeline.
up
That's why.
on your timeline, leave a short positive message. Okay, I can't do the message. Let me
The message is, I pray for you. Please send me a donation.
There go our boy Phil. There go Brenda. Let's see, she got her mask on with everybody. The Comedy Chateau, y'all. Look at that. The
That's
Comedy
pretty.
Chateau. I don't know who he is, but this is the beginning of the stuff. That's the Comedy Chateau. That's Brenda. That's the guy that was in front of the Comedy Chateau with Brenda. That's Phil. Phil, I know Phil doing his thing because he holding on to the mic stand.
We know Phil doing this thing. You can tell where he's standing. He's serious.
When he hold on mic stand, he leaning. And then that's Brenda. That's why I said this picture ain't real Brenda. She done crop somebody. They done crop somebody in that picture. That ain't Brenda.
No, that's her all the way. That's her already.
Like I said with the blue in it, like she cropped it in because Brenda have her mask on. Brenda was like, forget that. I'm in another state too. Shoot. See, no Brenda, no mask. See, you gotta be look, that's Brenda right there. Because Brenda got the mask and she gonna make sure and there's an uptick on COVID too. See, Brenda don't care who she was. She would Phil and the other guy. She was like, I'm with my buddies. I'm still masked up. All right, that's the end of that, y'all.
I bet she wears a mask having sex.
You know what?
Probably depends on who she with. Probably depends.
There's that smile.
Brenda said she
Destiny.
gonna have safe sex. If she gonna have sex, it's gonna be safe. I don't blame her. I don't blame her, Brenda. If it's you gonna have,
Y'all
it's gonna
better
be
leave
safe.
Brenda alone.
You know what? You can hyperventilate in one of the masks. I know because it happens. You better be careful. You can't wear the mask and you having sex. You get in the hyperventilator and you passed out.
You also can pass out smelling your own breath in that crazy mask.
Oh, that's
There, pass out.
thing. If your breath that bad,
I
but
seen people looking mad. I seen people looking mad in that mask. I seen them.
I've came across people breath that came outside the mask, and I know y'all have too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Came through the mask. Destiny, have you experienced that? Somebody breath so stank it came through the mask.
I joke about how my dog's farts are so bad that if they can go through a quilt, then I know COVID was going through masks.
I mean,
Good God Almighty.
So it's coming. They would have the wrong kind of mask on. I'd be like, you need a filter. You need a filter in that mask. You be like, you need a filter in that mask. Some masks have filters. You need some bounce.
Did y'all still recognize people when everybody was wearing masks? Like you be at Walmart or something and you see them and all you see are their eyes, but you're like, oh, I know that person.
Well, for me, people recognize my body shape. They recognize the little tiny ankles and wrists and this big old circular body. So if every fat person,
TV.
You might, and the tatas, So that's how they will recognize me. I look crazy in the eyes. It look like my eyes don't even open sometimes. So they recognize my bad built body. I ain't gonna say it's a butch body because it's not a butch body. My bad built butter body. That's what I got. Because it's all cushiony, like phyllo dough.
They recognize my hairline.
They recognize your no. They gonna recognize your sexy legs, David Green. David. All you got to do is lay down like you want an album cut. That's David in that mask. He laying down like Lionel Richie. So that's it. What would they recognize when you in the mask?
So what
Nemo,
reason?
that's Nemo. So what would they recognize? How would they recognize you in the mask, Nemo?
Oh, my eyebrows.
Your
'Cause
eyebrows?
always, yeah, they say I always look mean. Like
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you got some
I look like
natural
I'm mad.
angry eyebrows.
But this is my sex face.
What?
Ain't that
You
right?
know who you
Ain't
look
that
like right
hey, look,
there? Your
ain't that
sex
right?
face is like Bruno
This is my
or
sex
Popeye.
face. Hey, this is my sex face. Ain't that right, Destiny?
Yeah.
I look,
Lord
hey,
have
hey,
mercy.
hey, Reese.
You look like
I look, hey, Reese. I look like I'm mad when I'm hit there.
that's how Bruno and Popeye look. Y'all remember the movie Popeye with Robin Williams and Shelley
Yeah.
Duvall? The one that played. Don't he look like Bruno? A black Bruno. Look just like him.
You dumb as shit.
Nope, because JoJo gonna be Popeye. Skibbity. Because JoJo with the
I remember that
muscular
movie.
body.
I remember that movie. Bruno used to sing. He said, "I'm mean, I'm mean, I'm mean." Yeah, I remember that.
Nemo. When you look at that character that played Bruno, look at Nemo's face. He Bruno that's been out in the sun. We're gonna do a reenactment of that. And Nemo, you gonna play Bruno. JoJo, you gonna play Popeye, JoJo? Where's JoJo at?
Yeah, Shorty. I'll play Popeye for you, Shorty.
He eat raw spinach.
Who olive oil? Who gonna be olive oil?
I'm gonna say,
Who gonna be olive oil though?
Destiny.
Olive oil died like a couple weeks ago.
Shelley Duvall,
For
the
real?
real Shelley Duvall,
Yeah.
She passed when everybody was passing, when Richard Simmons,
Yeah,
Ruth
Richard Simmons was killed. They said Richard Simmons is being an investigation. They said Richard died, and he was supposed to die.
But Richard was looking pretty bad the last time they told, because Jim Carrey wanted to play Richard Simmons or whatever. Was that Jim Carrey? And Richard Simmons got really mad because they wanted to talk about his story, and he got upset.
I seen him on Whose Line Is It Anyway with Jim Carrey and Wayne Brady.
Was it the real Richard Simmons?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was hilarious.
Richard Simmons got upset, honey, when they wanted to do his documentary movie. Why? I don't know. That's a good thing. So they to do a movie about you while you're still alive, that you can have your input in it. But he didn't.
Yeah, that means they're about to kill you.
You talking about his biopic?
Yep. He did not want them to do it. I don't know why. So okay, so we got the Popeye, we got Bruno. And
No, hey Reese, remember when Eddie Murphy used to do Richard Simmons?
Yes, when he did it on Nutty Professor. He was like, "You're fabulous, you're all fabulous." Yeah.
That shit was fun.
He did it on Saturday Night Live. That was
Yeah.
What was his name? It was
Richard Simmons. He said he was Richard Simmons. Oh, I am Richard Simmons. And he was
Simmons,
Richard Simmons. Eddie Murphy did some pretty good darn impersonations. Now, Monday Madness, did he do better impersonation on the Clumps or better impersonation on Norbert?
Norbert was number one. That Retribution, man, he did it on the whole movie. Everything, the kids.
Her name was, but he only did
Restitution.
He did Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong was hilarious.
You're forgetting about Coming to America.
Yeah, Coming to America was the beast.
Yeah, the part 2 was the worst.
That was Empire in Brooklyn.
Hey, we're gonna do a reenactment. We're gonna do a reenactment of that movie. Hey, Reese, let me hear you say this. Reese, say, "How you doing?" Let me say.
You don't stand like that. How you doing? I can play
There you go.
I was
Respucia.
accused of being Respucia. There's only two kinds of women. Big old fat ones. How you doing?
Hey, I like when she was at the pool and the man said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you can't get in because you don't have no undergarments on." And she lifted her stomach up.
She said, I got a bathing suit on. You need a bathing suit on. She lifted
And then-
her up.
Yeah, look. Then when she got up there to get go down the slide, they started playing "My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard."
No, that's when she was washing her car. When she was washing her car. When they
Kellogg's,
said that.
yeah.
Well, I saw that movie, front was and back. And excuse me, Destiny, have you seen Norbert?
No, ma'am. Unfortunately, I have not. Although
Destiny
I did
has not
catch a
seen Norbert,
spoiler
so
online the
Destiny
other
don't
day.
know what we're talking about. But I was
Destiny,
getting
go
ready to
watch it.
tell
That's the
you-
best one of the best
You
movies
gotta
in the
go see
world.
it. It's fun.
I was getting ready to tell you that Eddie Griffin was in Norbert.
Yeah.
He sure was.
You seen Deuce
Yeah.
Bigelow, Mel Gigolo?
Williams. Cat Williams is in there too.
Deuce
Yeah, that's what
Bigelow.
I'm telling. But Destiny don't know who Eddie Griffin is. Have you seen Deuce Bigelow? You remember that with Rob Schneider?
Rob Schneider, man, that was great.
That was funny.
Yeah.
When he was that was funny. You don't you didn't see that one either.
I'll tell you what underrated Eddie Murphy movie that cracks me the hell up is Bowfinger.
Listen, that was funny too.
You like that? I ain't like Bowfinger.
You know, like Bowfinger, you had Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy. Man,
Yeah,
Steve
Steve
Martin was
Martin.
funny, but it
Steve Martin
wasn't-
is a beast.
It wasn't good. My favorite Steve Martin movie will always be. It's a classic. Y'all know what it is.
Which one?
You know who Steve Martin
Yes,
is?
with Queen Latifah.
No, that's Bringing Down the House.
That's Bring Down the House.
That was funny too.
That shit was funny.
That's when I started loving Eugene Levy after that movie. But let me ask Destiny: have you seen? Do you know who Steve Martin is?
The Big Jerk or something like that.
You know who Steve Martin? Can you recall any of Steve Martin movies?
Yeah. I know he was in Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Keeper by the Dozen. Three Amigos. The Jerk. My dad really liked The Jerk.
That's my favorite movie. That's of all time.
The Jerk.
The
Yep.
Jerk.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
The Black Family Raised. I'm surprised your daddy liked that movie.
Ain't no
The Black
doubt
Family
about it.
No,
Raised.
my father likes to walk in the room and goes, I was born a
Shit
poor
done went up,
black
man.
man.
How much $5 bottles or $10?
Father of the Bride was great.
Wait a minute. That Destiny finished. She said her daddy walks in the room and say, what?
My dad, he'll say, I was born a poor black man. And I thought that was inappropriate for him to say, but then he played the movie and I was like, okay, well, I guess.
I'm shocked because the racial stigmatism that's on your dad, that you put on your dad, for him to even repeat those lines.
Yeah, no, I do have a favorite Steve Martin movie, but nobody's listed it yet. It's that it's kind of like the chick flick. It's Roxanne.
I was about to say
was
that
good.
with the
Yeah,
nose,
big
with the big
Yeah,
nose.
he
Yeah.
beats the shit out of people who joke about his nose. That one thing in the bar where he gives the like 20 something different insults that are better than big nose, and then whoops that guy's ass. It's like, all right, I see you, my guy.
Yeah, I do like he was a classic. And Steve Martin, back in the day, it was Steve Martin, these top people. Steve Martin, Robert Williams, Chevy Chase. I love me some Chevy Chase. He was, oh gosh, I can't tell you my favorite Chevy Chase music was like Nothing But Trouble when he had the superpowers.
Wow, Dan
That was funny.
Aykroyd
April
and-
King was in that at the end. She had the powers. That was funny. Chevy Chase, a holiday, every
Jimmy
National
Moore.
Lampoon Vacation, the Christmas one, the holiday one with Russ and the staring the Kool-Aid with their head. That was so nasty. That was so woo. That was
No, when he was at the game show, like the Family Feud. It was something like the Family Feud when he was going around kissing all of them and grabbing their butts and junk.
Chevy Chase?
Yeah, it was National Lampoons and they was on the game show.
Which one? Which game? I mean, was that? It wasn't a Christmas one.
No,
when
it
they
wasn't
went
a
to
Christmas
Holly World.
Yeah, I think it was.
The game show when the poor white trash cousin.
Yeah, I think so.
With Dennis Quaid, and they was taking the aunt and the dog with them on the trip. That one.
Yeah, and I think in the beginning, they was on a game show, and the guy was acting like the dude off Family Feud. He would go around kissing all of them, and he was kissing Chevy Chase's wife and his daughter, and grabbing her butts and stuff like that.
Audrey and Russ. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Russ. Yeah. That was
I don't know if y'all noticed or if anybody watches The Big Bang Theory, but Leonard, The Big Bang Theory, that's Russ, by the way.
That's Rusty.
The best movie I've seen was Leap of Faith.
Leap of Faith.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
He played that part. That was the best one of all, man. He did it. He played a part. I mean, that was incredible.
Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
No, Leap of Faith is Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. Steve Martin. When
he played the preacher. When he was the preacher. Yeah, when he was the preacher.
That was the best movie he did.
I don't know. That was the best movie. I just love the other one with Anna Formaldehyde. When he the man with two brains. That's it. That was a good one.
Yeah, too. Man. Whenever his wife is like, "Oh, I want you," and he like rolls on top of her, and he gives it a one hump, and then rolls right off.
Man with two brains. I like Steve Martin. I'm quirky like that. And I'm gonna say, and for just for sport, I love this man. You probably have never heard of him, Destiny. You could Google him and go watch his show, The Benny Hill Show.
Oh yeah,
Benny Hill was the man.
Yeah, I used to sneak and watch that all the time.
Benny Hill, funny.
You was
that's not a Britain. That's an English show. That's an English show.
Yeah, that's a British show.
European. Yeah.
Yeah, baby boy. We used to 11 o'clock on Channel 20, which is now UP. At night, forget the news. I would sleep in the living room with my uncle and watch the Benny Hill Show. I was supposed to be in bed sleep, but I couldn't watch that. But I was up there.
Like I said, I used to sneak and watch that.
He said, "We used to do the Benny Hill." And I used to be blinking my eyes and doing shit like that.
When I was in the penitentiary
too on that mess.
I was watching a marathon on the Benny Hill. I used to love Benny Hill too, yo. So I'm watching a marathon on Benny Hill when I was in the pen, and all of a sudden, in the marathon, they got to call in for the donations, and I seen my mother and my stepfather working the phones on that joint. So I got Benny Hill and a visit on that day and didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? That was doing that. Yeah, my mother was working the lines on the Benny Hill marathon joint for a donation, something on PBS or something. I'm not sure where it came. And PBS or what's the other Maryland joint? I forget. But yeah, Maryland Public TV, Maryland Public TV or something. That one too. But yeah, that was funny. I love Mr. Bean.
Were you
Mr. Bean?
Wait a minute, Destiny, what you saying?
Speaking of, if he was young while going through all of that, because this thing here, one of the first questions was, why was Benny Hill taken off TV? And it said they canceled production in 1989, and he passed away 4/20 of 1992.
Well, I was that was doing that was
repeats. He was still in syndication. Benny Hill don't need to be taken off TV. He need to be put back on TV now.
He was on in 96 or 95, something like that, 93, when I was seeing that that was between 93 and 96 '96. I'm gonna say when they had the marathon on. So I don't
they
know. I
probably
mean, they
did a marathon right after he passed, because he passed in '92. So they probably did a full-blown marathon for it.
He's been dead for
Yeah.
32 years. Wow, poor Benny Hill.
Speaking of
Wow.
marathons, what about Jerry Lewis?
I love Jerry Lewis, Cinderfella, Nutty Professor, and him and Dean Martin. I loved when he played with Dean Martin. I love me some Dean Martin. Matt Helm. Don't nobody know about Matt Helm. You got to remember that.
Flip Wilson.
No,
Wilson.
did you don't skip the question. Do anybody know about Matt Helm?
I know Tyreek Hill.
No, you don't know about Matt Helm. He was like before James Bond. That was around there. There was Matt Helm. Dean Martin played Matt Helm. You got to look it up. MATHELM. Matt Helm.
What was his 40 time?
I love me some Dean Martin.
He was always.
Tyreek.
I look up Matt Hall. I guess
Tyreek runs a 4.2.
He runs a 3.9.
Dean Martin was good. I don't care what nobody say. Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, they did a lot of good movies together.
I remember when Jerry Lewis was fighting, was boxing that big dude.
You didn't know Jerry Lewis was an actor?
No, I didn't know Dean Martin did acting. I know he does music. I listen to him, but I didn't know that he was an actor as well.
Yeah, them
And he
two
died on
together.
Christmas, a year before I was born, or a year after I was born.
Wow. Destiny, I'm gonna tell you a movie to go
Dean
check out.
Martin was the actor.
And they have it on TV, YouTube, and all that. YouTube, check out Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. You know, Blazing Saddles. That was a great movie. You know, Richard Pryor was supposed to play that part, right?
He probably would have
don't know
did
that.
good too.
No, Richard Pryor was supposed to play that part and denied it and gave it to the other brother.
What's his name? Clifton Powell or
Kind of see why.
I think because he did a good job too. That wasn't Clifton Powell. What was his name that played Blazing Saddles? It was funny to me because Eugene Wilder was in it. I love Eugene Wilder. What was the black guy name? Why am I saying Clifton or Clayton? What was the black guy name, y'all?
In Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
His name was Cleavon Little.
Cleavon Little.
Yeah, that's it. Cleavon.
Cleavon Little. Thank you, Destiny. Cleavon Little. He was funny too. Cleavon, he did a lot of movies too. Cleavon Little was hilarious. But Eugene Wilder and Richard Pryor had chemistry when those two got together.
Oh yeah.
You hear what I see? When Eugene was blind and Richard Pryor was deaf. That was funny.
See no evil, hear no evil. Or something.
Hear no evil, yeah. See no evil, hear you. See no evil, hear no evil. That was funny. What was the one with was in the rodeo? And Grossberger was in there singing. What was that?
Nothing But Trouble?
No. That's not the name of it.
No.
Nothing But Trouble was Chevy Chase. This was it was the rodeo. They played in the they was bank robbers. They got accused of bank robbing. They didn't do it. Yeah, I'm bad. I'm blazing. No.
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Stir Crazy.
When he walked into jail, he was like, "Yeah, we bad. I know we bad. We bad."
Yeah.
And they put him in a cell with Grossberger, but Grossberger could sing. He had a beautiful voice. But anyway, our time has come for the Morning Mac Show. We passed the time.
Hey, Reese, one more. Mel Brooks.
Oh, I love Mel Brooks. The Meaning of Life, the world.
That's yep.
Mel Brooks, Monty Python's Flying Circus. Okay, That's come on now. Let's go back to Monty Python's Fun. That was another British show that I wasn't supposed to be watching, but I did.
Yep.
It was man, PBS, that public television had the best shows. That's why I think I first saw Downton Abbey. I mean, it's a lot of shows, a lot of British shows.
Yeah.
And why is they showing it on Maryland Public Television? Why are they showing a lot of those British shows? I don't know. But there was something different. Oh man, and
You ever
Barnabas.
seen that? Y'all watch the series Ghosts?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the show Ghosts.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I've seen it. It's been a while. It's old, right? It was new.
No,
They
it's old.
they got an American version and they got a British version. Yo,
that be
y'all-
on what you calling them, Tommy and all them? That show Ghost.
no, it's on, I think it's CBS or NBC, but you can see it on I forget. It's on demand on something. But yo, that's a good funny one. That's a funny ass show, yo. I won't say nothing else. It's just a funny show.
Is that the one with Jasmine
It's
Guy
about
in it?
I don't know the people's names.
Is
I ain't
he
good with
the one-
a whole bunch
You
of
know
names.
Jasmine got the one to play Whitley. Is she a cop in this? She like a meter maid in this, and she's seeing ghosts and stuff.
No, this is about all ghosts that live on a property that people move into, and they have a European, and they got people from different eras of time. They got,
Right.
you know what I mean, the Viking. They got maybe a very back in the day when the British first came, or it's just a good flick. I just throwing that out there for y'all. Y'all was talking about shows and shit. I was like, that's a good one, a new one, not new, but
Okay, with a British spin on it. Okay.
they got a
Is it
British one,
I'm
and they
gonna
got
watch
a
Flower Moon. I'm gonna look
they
for
got a
that.
British and American version, kind of like The Office. Like The Office has an American version, and they got a British or European version or something as well. The Office, same thing. They got two versions of it. Both of them good. I like them both. So just more entertainment for me.
Well, I know this is an old movie. Before I leave, was not a movie. It's a TV show. It used to come on NBC every Wednesday night. It's called Midnight Texas, and they took it off. But that was a good ass series.
I don't
Midnight
remember that. I don't think. What was
Now
it
look
about?
up. It was a good series. It was about stuff going on in this town, supernatural stuff, and only a few
Oh,
people
okay.
knew what was Midnight Texas. That's
I might have seen that.
look it
What
up.
year
Dad.
was that?
See if it say Midnight Texas. You remember that?
What year was that? Are you sure that's what it was? I kind of remember the thing you said, but the name doesn't sound catchy.
They was in Midnight Texas. Do it come up
I
Midnight?
remember Midnight. That what
2017 drama with 2 seasons.
It was called what? What you say, Destiny?
Midnight Texas was a 2017 drama with 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
2017. I thought you said old joint.
What's it about?
All right,
was a
so
good show.
based on Charlene Harris's book series by the same name, Midnight Texas follows the lives of the strange inhabitants of a small town in the middle of nowhere where the concept of normal is relative, a haven for vampires, witches, psychics, hitmen, and other extraordinary backgrounds. Midnight
preacher was
gives
the Wolfman.
outsiders a place to belong. Though they are viewed as outcasts everywhere else, the supernatural town members form a strong and unlikely family as they work together to use their powers to survive.
Yep. That was good. That was a good mashup. Preacher was the werewolf. Could you imagine going to church and that's like Silver Bullet. But it was good. Look, I'm weird and I'm quirky, and for me to like, and
All right, brother. Blessings, brother.
We get ready to
Thanks, bro.
close it to an end. Turn Up Tuesday is tomorrow, so y'all come on back. Today's show we talked about 2 things. Why medicine? Why the doctors keep giving you medicine when you don't need medicine? And jealousy. That was the 2 topics that was supposed to be talked about today. If you got a jealous friend, you might want to pull them back. Because your friends should never be jealous of you. Your family should never be jealous of you. So that's all
If
I'm
they
saying.
jealous, call me.
And what you gonna sing? Sing New Edition to
I
them? There's a jealous
don't know.
girl.
I gotta figure out
We
why
just
they
so
jealous and what we
jealousy.
need to do.
How many jealousy songs we know? Jealousy by Club Nouveau.
That song is like, I'll be watching you. That's a
Every breath
jealousy
you take.
song. It sounds like a love song, but that man was in the middle of a divorce with his wife because
That's a stalking song.
I love that song by the Police.
That's
Every
a
breath
stalking
you
song.
take. That
yeah,
song.
it is a stalking song. He was literally
every breath
stalking
you
her.
take, every move you make. I'll be watching. Yeah, it is. I'll be watching. It's creepy, huh?
Yeah, he was on live.
Move
He was on
on.
live and he explained it. He said
They
everybody.
laugh.
He said because it was like one of the top love songs and all, and he was laughing and
Yeah.
everything. He said in reality, this
When you
was a
thought
That
stalking
I'd
mama
be
song.
said,
lost without a trace.
hey,
I
you
dreamed
know,
that night I could only see your
yeah,
face. I
that's
look
it.
around and it's you I can't replace. And he talked
That
about his
motherfucker,
warm
hey, he
embrace.
was crazy. Hey, that motherfucker say, every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you.
Yeah, he
So
was.
that love
Girl,
song was a freak song.
look. Destiny, can't you see?
You
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 belong.
belong
belong
to
to me.
Not my
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't say
you
what. He said
say.
to. You belong to me.
wow.
That
Yeah,
song was a trip, yo.
yeah.
Anyway, we getting ready to call it a day. Tune in. Oh, tonight we can't forget Sauce in the City. So don't forget. It's tonight, right?
No, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow night. Sauce in the
Sauce
City.
in the city. Hey, Reese, you coming to Fat Pete's tonight?
Fat where?
Fat Pete's.
I never even heard of Fat Pete's.
For real? Damn, where you been?
I must have been under a rock.
Yeah, I'll see you at Fat Pete's tonight.
Where's Fat Pete's at?
Hey, look, I toured the show down at Good Evenings in Raleigh, North Carolina, Friday night.
Oh, did
God.
you went
Oh
to
my
Good Night?
God.
Oh, Good
killed
Night.
it.
You went to Good Nights?
I killed it.
Really? It's hard to
Yeah.
get booked up there. You must
Nah,
be
see, I
somebody.
got lucky because it was Marie's family reunion in this little small town called Henderson, North Carolina.
Marie,
So we got
who?
down there.
My family's from Henderson. Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah,
And
Henderson,
it's
Lewis,
small town. It's
Henderson,
really.
Lewisburg, all of that.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Henderson, that's where the speed trap is too.
Yeah,
When you get
off of
Henderson,
85
right before you
South.
get to Raleigh.
85
speed
South,
trap.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it
who
was great.
It was Marie. Marie who?
Marie didn't perform. I said I went down to the family reunion with Marie.
Marie who?
And when I got down there, wait, let's do comedy. So when I got down there,
Marie.
they had that guy, what's his name? Shula, that be on
Shula King.
Yeah, Shula.
Shula
Yeah.
King.
Yeah. He was there. Man, it was great, man. It was great. I want to go back.
I'm gonna be down there in September. That's when our family reunion is in September. So I'm gonna be down there. I'm trying to go on Good Nights then too. But I got another event on Friday. They got me booked someplace. My cousins and them got me booked someplace down there. So I'm just gonna let it go.
Don't stay at that whack ass motel. They got some whack ass motels with bed bugs down there in Henderson. Make sure you stay at the Hampton Inn. That's the best one.
I do the Airbnb. Y'all remember when I was doing the Airbnb? The only thing about the Airbnb, you got to have all your money up front. So if it was $600, $700, they want it now to hold it. They're serious. Yeah. So and coming up with all the ends, I'm like, I got to pay rent and everything else. So I got some more shows to do so I can pay my portion of the Airbnb. So I'm gonna do I don't know what to do, but it'll be done. It'll be done. So tomorrow, Destiny, you got any announcements to make, Destiny?
This coming Friday, we've got another game of Cards Against Humanity that'll go live on Facebook and YouTube under the Better Than Being Bored. And that'll go live 7 p.m. CST if anybody wants to tag in and check it out.
Okay, that's
what,
7 p.m. our time or 8 o'clock our time?
It'll be 8 o'clock your time.
8 o'clock our time. The Better Than Being Bored, okay? The Better Than. Do your hosts from the podcast be on there too?
Sometimes he joins, but he's got a very strict sleep schedule. He actually takes medication because he's an insomniac. So he's usually passing out by about 7 p.m. But that's because he generally has to be at work. I mean, he wakes up at 2:30 a.m. to go to work.
Okay. I feel that. I know that I'm keeping them schedules. I used to have to wake up at 4 when I used to work at Georgetown Hospital. I had to wake up early in the morning because I had to be there at 6 at my desk and working. So I know how that is. Wow.
Yeah.
Do what we gotta do. Yeah. All right, Miss Brenda. Brenda's still out of it. So it's tomorrow. The game, Funny Man David Green. Oh, wait a minute. Late entry. We just about to say goodbye. Late entry. Leave
No, for some reason I was at the doctor's office. I guess maybe I was next to around the X-ray equipment and stuff. It just drained my phone to the point it said it had no internet connection.
Wow.
So I couldn't get on. Even when I got into my cab to come home, it still wouldn't let me log in. I could get to the studio, but then it said no internet connection. So now I'm home. I gotta see what's going on with my insurance because they won't fill my cancer medicine.
That's terrible. They won't fill your cancer medicine.
No, I went to the doctor. I went to the pharmacy to pick up my medicine and they said they can't fill it. Something about my insurance. Something happened with the insurance.
You better get on the phone and call your insurance ASAP.
Yeah, they
medicine like that.
To 1:30. I have to wait till 1:30. Get that done. I had a whole lot going on this Monday. I'm a little stretched this Monday. And when you get a chance, when you finish with this, I need you to call me.
The show is over.
It still says live.
Well,
now it's getting ready to be over. In this lonely out there.
Tomorrow, you guys, turn up Tuesday, Destiny, Funny Man Green, Brenda Brown, JoJo Baby, Gianni, and Lee Thickwall coming in. Tomorrow, turn up Tuesday. Today it was Monday Madness. Talking about the stuff that made me mad over the weekend. But tomorrow, it's Turn Up. That's for the celebration. That's for Sauce in the City. It's going to be played. So turn up tomorrow. And Brenda hopefully tell us how Los Angeles was. California. Peace, y'all.
Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really